Divine Feminines, it is Mocha. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. I'm going to be doing a general collective reading. That means that I'm going to get all y'all energy and we're going to see what messages the Spirit have for us as a collective. I also invite cross watchers. If you guys are masculines and you want to get a bit of clarity or insight on your Divine Feminine or a Divine Feminine in your life, I encourage you guys to stay tuned as well and see what messages come through. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into it for my Divine Feminines. I'm hearing someone say, keep it short, keep it sweet. You know, right now, some of the collectives may feel a shift of empowerment. You know, someone may want you to be short and sweet, where you might want to be more independent, more financially free to do as you please. And I think as a collective, as a whole, we're going to be trying to figure out a balance between being the soft us, but also balancing that masculine energy that's that like that independent boss vibe. There's going to be a major shift as far as dominating these thoughts that tell us that we should be one way versus another. You know, so for instance, someone may be like, why aren't you short and sweet? Why aren't you being kind? Why aren't you being soft? Aren't you a feminine? I can see you dominating that conversation and saying, actually, I am both. I'm divine feminine and I have masculine sides, and I can switch them when I want to. And I don't have to comply or be a certain way, even if you're being condescending, sarcastic, or anything like that. There's going to be more of a balance here. I wouldn't be surprised if the Temperance card comes out for you guys. I want to pull out an angel number to start off the reading. You guys know, if you haven't already, I love angels. So I like to start off like collective readings like this with angel cards. What messages are for the Divine Feminine? I'm seeing the number 888. So as a group, you guys could be actively trying to attract abundance in any shape, way, or form. You just want a lot of it. You want enough of it. You don't want to be in a space of need. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, I was close. We have 777 alignment. Okay, it reads, your progress is recognized and alignment is here. It is within your reach. The whisper is reminding you to stay the course and feel source working through you. Your gifts are being recognized. And the affirmation reads, I blossom and bloom as I use my gifts. All things simply align as I feel the feeling of the divine. So if you guys resonate with this message of alignment, feeling like, you know, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. The pace is the pace I'm supposed to be taking. I'm drawing in the opportunities that I want to attract. I'm ready. I encourage you guys to put alignment, the word alignment, in the comment section, or put 777, because this is telling me that this collective as a whole, those that are very dedicated, very focused, very driven, very motivated when it comes to like maybe a soul mission, a purpose. This feels bigger than a passion project. This feels like I'm just trying to stay the course so that everything that I'm trying to attract within the next 3 to 5 years is coming to me. You know, this is someone that wants the road to remain open for any opportunities to come. So this gives me the energy of somebody that stays ready. Okay, that's awesome. And you know, 777 for some people resonates with the energy of luck. Okay. All right, so let's see. What other messages are for you? I'm going to pull out another angel deck. What does the Divine Feminine need to hear at this time, Spirit? Speak to me clearly. What does the Divine Feminine need to hear at this time? Okay. Ooh, we have employment change. Guys, your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive change to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. Divine Feminine, I'm telling you, you're being like you. I don't want to say rewarded, even though it's going to feel like a reward. It's kind of giving me Six of Wands vibes. But before we get to the rewards, this is like spirit putting you on a platform and just giving you that praise. Hold on, what does it say here? This whisper is reminding you to stay the course and feel source working through you. Your gifts are being recognized. Yeah, your gifts are being recognized. That's that Six of Wands energy. Your gifts could be anything. Maybe you're gifted in attraction, in the law of attraction. Maybe you're gifted in divination work. Maybe you're gifted in a craft or something creative. Maybe in music, or your hands are gifted. Your voice. Um, Maybe you're talented, but something's being recognized, and this alignment is telling me that they have something in store for you. I'm seeing someone like be magnetic, like they're attracting it. And this definitely could have to do with employment. I was saying that earlier. I'm like, this feels bigger than a passion project. This feels like a purpose. Soul purpose, soul mission. So some of you guys are definitely in alignment for an employment change. And it feels like a blessing, honestly. This was what happens when people like are disciplined, though, and are obedient to God and their spiritual team, their angels, their guardians, deities that they connect to, whatever the case is. This is giving well deserved. She was obedient, she was compliant, she took divine action when it was given to her. She wasn't scared, she wasn't afraid. Your progress is recognized and alignment is here within your reach. Guys, that's what it says here on the 777 card. 777. Luck is on your side as well. Yeah, there might be some choices coming up. And this might be all happening before Libra season ends or during a Libra transit. Okay, I believe Mars is currently in Libra as well. I could be wrong, but double check. Let's see. Let's pull out one more angel card that I want to use at this time. And remember, guys, if you're interested in a personal reading, the links are in the description box as well. Let's see here for my divine feminines. What messages do they need to hear at this time, Spirit? Speak to me clearly. For the record, for those that are confused about this employment change is a level up, babe. Okay, this isn't like a stagnant thing. This isn't that side job, that second job that gets a couple $100s in your pocket every few days or whatever the case is. This is a major employment change. This is big money. Okay, because whatever this career path is, it is a positive change that's going to be able to support your dreams, your priorities, your passions, and your life purpose. This is the big money job. Okay? This ain't the side hustle. This ain't the thing that, you're getting pennies and nickels out of. No. I feel like I need to clarify that for somebody. What else for the divine feminine spirit? Speak to me clearly. What is it that they need to hear at this time? Compassion. Okay, so this could have to do with your heart or your sacral chakra. Okay, look into that as well. Compassion here. So the angel of compassion is here. And this could be because the angel of compassion is coming in to say, have more compassion for yourself. Because I am picking up the energy of someone feeling like I'm not enough, or this is what I'm doing is not enough. It's not impactful. It's not creating any force. It's not creating any movement, no momentum. And that's not true. It just doesn't look that way to you. And some of you guys are not even like attempting to look behind the veil. Right now, the fall season, that's when things get a little bit darker. And the veil becomes a little bit more thinner. And I feel like with this angel of compassion here, you might be seeing things that you weren't aware of. Someone might tell you something, or you might end up sharing something with someone. Because, like, as I'm seeing the veil become thinner, you're seeing things that you did not know about. Okay? Compassion. Some of you guys need to have compassion for yourselves because there's a lot of things that you keep hidden, you don't tell people about. And so, as you become harder on yourself or become a harsh critic, this feels like something that was developed over time. You weren't always this harsh on yourself, or maybe you were and you learned to pull back, but now you're pushing yourself and you're being hard on yourself again. They're saying, have a little bit of compassion, okay? There's some certain curveballs that were thrown at you that weren't part of the plan. So you can't, it wouldn't be fair to expect certain goals to be reached despite the things that happen because you didn't foresee those things or maybe you weren't prepared for those things. It's time to be a little bit more compassionate. You know what? Let me read what it says in the book. I'm just going to read the extended message because that's what they're suggesting me to read. That's what they're telling me to read. Compassion. I'll make this quick. All right. So it says, changing how you see yourself will help change how others see you. Angels are surrounding you at this time and encouraging you to see yourself through the loving and holy eyes. All of the ups and downs to have faced, all of the insecurities you have overcome, and all of the setbacks you have moved beyond are testament to your resilience and strength. So have compassion and respect for yourself. Angel wisdom is encouraging you to look and treat yourself the way you would love to be loved and treated by others. Then your own actions will be mirrored back to you by those around you. So ask your angel guide to help you be more compassionate towards yourself now. That's what I was saying earlier. It's just like you could be your own harsh critic, and Spirit is saying, come on, let's chill a little bit with that. You didn't know the things that were coming at you, or you didn't foresee them. You didn't know to maybe you foreseen them, but you didn't know the severity. There's certain things that happen to you. There was just no way you would have been able to prepare it. That's why, you know, you're resilient as if, and the fact that you're still in alignment to the very thing that you're trying to attract is amazing. Okay, and Spirit wants to acknowledge that. And for some of you guys, it does feel like a reward, and that reward is an employment change with some big, big money. Okay, big, big money. That's what it's giving. All right, let's look into the Soul's Journey deck. Let's see what else the Spirit have for you guys regarding messages. I just saw the happiness card in this deck, so I love that the Divine Feminine is prioritizing her happiness. Okay, I am seeing the word selfish, so some of you guys are learning that it's okay to be selfish if that's how you want to perceive it. Prioritizing yourself, prioritizing your happiness. Some of you guys see it as selfish and you're like, okay, and while others are like, okay, I don't see it as selfish at all. I think it's self-care and I think it's a priority. It's needed here. Okay. Some of you guys may have felt like in the past you made mistakes by not prioritizing your happiness, or it took you a minute to find what happiness looked like because of mistakes that you perceive as mistakes. Spirit wanted me to just really emphasize on what you perceived as were mistakes. Okay, let's see. Maybe they don't feel like it's a mistake and they're like, well, based on Divine Feminine, they think it was a mistake, but we might see it as a lesson learned. Let's see. We have failure. See? That's wild. I understand. Oh my gosh, that's wild. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. I literally just said that. Thank you, Spirit. That's why they kept saying no. They think it's a mistake when really it was a lesson learned. Maybe you guys were dealing with Saturn, because whenever we're talking about learning, I think of Saturn and their lessons. Yeah, so some of you guys could have been dealing with a Saturn transit that whooped your ass energetically, metaphorically. And you could have felt like, okay, I made some mistakes in the past, but that's when Spirit says, again, could you please give yourself a bit of compassion? Because again, some things you couldn't have foreseen or you couldn't have prepared for. Some things you feel like was a mistake and it was a test. Some things you were supposed to go through in order to be the person that you want to be for the things that you're trying to attract. It's like a manager that wants to be a manager, right? And they're a manager now, congrats. And they didn't foresee that they would have to learn how to adapt to certain circumstances. They didn't understand, like, I have to deal with different personalities and, adversity and stuff like that, even on the spiritual, not just the physical, but the spiritual realm regarding working with different peoples and energies. So it's like there was just no way that they would have, like, what they thought it was going to be, it ended up being more. And that's why the compassion is here. I know I'm starting to sound redundant, but this failure, this mistake, the learning, it was just an opportunity to learn. So you guys really need to, again, they're saying, y'all, you got to chill. You got to chill with how critical you are on yourself. Like, sheesh. You know what I'm saying? That's how they feel. They're like, divine feminine needs to lit up a little bit, a little mean to yourself. Let's pull a little bit more. Let's see what other messages are for you. 63 could be significant. Number 63, which adds to number 9. This deck has 63 cards, but I keep seeing the number 63, so that might be significant. Maybe that's part of someone's address or phone number. It'll make sense when it clicks with you later on. All right. Also, a Libra could be significant. It's time to pray. Shine your light. Shine your light, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's somebody here that's dealing with shame. Why, like, shame, embarrassment. I failed. I'm not doing good. People know my business, and they're like, no, do this. Don't go into your shell if you're a Cancer. Don't go into hiding if you're an Aquarius and ghost people. Don't do that. They don't do any of what I just said. It doesn't matter what zodiac sign, because there is somebody here that is attracting an employment change, but like, what's holding you back or slowing the delay is this nasty attitude that you have when things don't go your way. And you may perceive it as if it's not nasty, but your spiritual team thinks it's nasty. Your your guides think it's, I don't know what you're saying to yourself when things don't go your way, or you're hard on yourself, because this is giving me like a harsh critic. You know what? This makes sense because Venus is currently in the sign of Virgo. And not to say that Virgo is mean or anything like that, but like Venus and Virgo energy, um, this is one of those type of transits where we're going to be scrutinizing and paying attention into the things that we are trying to attract. No, I don't want that. I want that. No, I want to do this way. Okay, this is a better way. Like, there's going to be a lot of correction regarding what is it that you're trying to attract. You really might start seeing yourself micromanage or uh, like figure out what exactly that you want, and it might look like trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. And Spirit is saying, while you're doing that, find a balance with putting yourself out there. So I could be speaking to a divine feminine that, especially with this employment change here, where, Venus and Virgo transit could be the transit where you're getting all these things in order so that you can put yourself out there. Maybe you're concerned about the aesthetics of your business, or your look, your actual look, your appearance. Maybe it's something that you're trying to promote or share. Maybe you're trying to put something out there, or you're getting ready to put yourself out in the career field, and you might find yourself micromanaging, picking at yourself or picking at something, like going over it and changing it, and then stepping back and looking and saying, okay, let me change this and that. Spirit is saying it's okay to do that. Venus and Virgo transit might have you doing that a little bit more than normal. It's the self talk, though, that you got to chill on. And you also have to practice putting yourself out there, divine feminine. And let's say, this shine your light doesn't just have to do with putting yourself out there on social media or any sort of social platform. This could be about you doing something different that requires you to put yourself out there. So maybe you want to try different clothes, again, back to the aesthetics or your looks, or you want to switch up something in your home or something like that, and you want to bring people over, whatever the case is. It's like you have to be a little more extroverted here. Some people don't want to be in front of the camera all the time, and their job doesn't require them to be in front of anybody either. So, what does shine your light mean if you're under those circumstances? Maybe shining your light could be simply buying something and putting it on, looking in the mirror and saying, wow, I look good. There's your light right there. You know what I'm saying? Like this shine your light is something that you're not doing enough of, honestly. And they're asking you to do this so you can practice so that when you go into this employment change energy, you already lit up, okay? This is one of the ways that you're going to end up activating and becoming more magnetic to what is it that you're trying to draw in, what you're trying to attract. It's kind of like somebody that wants a whole bunch of money, but you never put yourself out the house, to get the sun, like to get energized to make that money. So you're just kind of like giving vampire hermit energy, in the home, in the den, in the dark, in the garage. You got to go out there. You got to go shopping. You got to look around, look at the earth, like spend some time outside, breathe fresh air. Okay, let me read what it actually says in the book about shine your light, because spirit definitely wants me to continue on this message before I pick up the next deck. Okay, so it reads, where and how are you seeking recognition for who you are and the talents you possess? Directly through hard work or indirectly? Your divine energy is calling you to actively seek attention, but for the right reasons, to inspire, uplift, and direct others to their higher self's greatest potential. Your divine invitation reads, open your heart fully and take all necessary risks so that your spirit shines out far and wide. Trust the gifts and talents that the universe gave you and commit yourself to their full development to serve both your creator and your fellow humans. Don't hide your light under a bushel, as Jesus counseled in the Sermon on the Mount. It's appropriate to use whatever stage you come in to seek attention when you then use it to further the divine light in others. So I could be connecting to maybe like a star seed or someone that knows that their purpose in life is to shine light onto others so that they can see the light within themselves. And you know what they kept saying in this card about gifts, and in here it says, I blossom and bloom as I use my gifts. All things simply align as I feel the feeling of the divine. Your progress is recognized and alignment is here. Your gifts are being recognized. So, this is a confirmation, guys, that you're supposed to use your gifts to help others. Some of you guys are meant to help others, not only shine light on them, but also to help them find alignment in their lives. Some of you guys might resonate with the tarot cards. Some of you guys may resonate with the tarot card, the Star. Okay, so I could be connecting with some of you guys that have Aquarius in your chart, Aquarius suns, star energy here as well. Some of you guys could be pursuing your North Node. I can sense that heavy. Like, this is giving mission work, soul mission work. All right, let's see. What other messages are for the Divine Feminine Spirit? Speak to me clearly. What is it that you need to hear at this time? The Divine Feminine. Okay, I'm picking up Aries, Pisces energy. Aries and Pisces, Queen of Wands energy. What other messages are for the Divine Feminine? What is it they need to hear at this time, Spirit? Connect with your ancestors. Number 14 could be significant. That adds to number 5. Connect with your ancestors, guys. I'm even hearing like connect with your spirit guides, connect with deities, connect with your ancestors. Some of you guys have already been doing this. Also, look into your 4th house. I'm looking at this tree and where this girl's heart is. This feels like a family tree. Someone could be looking into their ancestral lineage. So definitely look into the 4th house and see if there's any current transits transiting in your 4th house. Okay. Let's see. Let me just read here too as well. I'm curious. Through understanding our history, we gain a deep sense of appreciation for all the time and people it took to bring us into the world. Connecting with our ancestors is one way to better understand ourselves, our patterns, and the patterns present within our lineage. It allows us to make peace with all that has happened before. It also provides motivation to evolve and find new and better ways to live. Wow, that has to do with that employment change. So, someone is connecting with ancestors. Someone could possibly be connecting with ancestors for assistance with an employment change. And for the record, again, they want me to reassure you you are in alignment. You're right where you're supposed to be, the pace and everything. It says building this bridge is something that you can do by researching, connecting the dots between family stories, DNA analysis, and traditional archives. You can also learn about your family line in more intuitive ways, like meditation, dream work, and working with past life regression specialists or someone who specializes in reading the Akashic records. A metaphysical archive of everything that has ever happened within the universe, including all your past lifetimes and those that will come in the future. Call on your ancestors to tap into centuries of wisdom, protection, and guidance. As you look back and connect with your forebears, your path forward will become more evident. Yeah, this is giving fourth house. This is giving ancestral lineage information. Um, and for the record, your ancestors are actually encouraging you to shine your light as well. They want you to get past, like, some of this failure stuff is stemming from past life stuff too, guys. Some of this failure stuff is stuff that your parents or your family, whoever the hell raised you, like it was projected onto you and so forth. Like this runs deep, this whole like mental thing with this failure. This is something that needs to be broken here, and I feel like your ancestors want to shine the light on you because they are confident that you can do this. Some of you guys are going to be severing certain ties with past life, detaching, cutting off things that are not in alignment with what you're trying to attract. Yeah, alignment and employment change. And there's someone here that that does a lot of negative self-talk, and your guys here are telling me like they really need to work on that. They got to work on that. It's one of their biggest setbacks. Some of you guys really do not believe it's like that big of a deal, and it really is. Let me pull some more for the Divine Feminine. I love this Moonology deck. We were just talking about the moon anyways. Yeah. Well, I was just talking about the moon. Let's see. What other messages are for the Divine Feminine? What is it that they need to hear at this time, Spirit? Your progress is recognized and alignment is here. It is within your reach. The whisper is reminding you to stay the course and feel Source working through you. Your gifts are becoming recognized. There's ancestors here that want you to use your gift. There's ancestors here that encourage you to share your gift. There's ancestors here that recognize your gift. Your third eye is going to be open if it hasn't already. What messages are for the Divine Feminine Spirit? Speak to me clearly. The energy is gaining momentum. The energy is gaining momentum, guys. Waxing moon. This is why it's so important for you to shine your light. This is why it's so important to like detach yourself from this failure conditioning mindset of yours and to be compassionate for all of the stuff that you've gone through and still survived. Somebody wants to make good money. Someone wants to live a more like comfortable or luxurious life, or they want to have like some sort of impact. Like it could, this employment change is like, it could be all sorts of things from all directions. For those that are connecting with their ancestors, they're helping you pick up this momentum. And I was just talking to you guys about how this negative self-talk is the only thing that is like creating delays or setbacks for you or slowing down the momentum. The energy is gaining momentum, guys. Let me read what this says. See, I'm like reading everything because I'm just so into this reading today. You guys got me excited. The waxing moon. It says this is a very empowered and empowering time, and this is a very promising card. It suggests now is the time to make plans and to act on them, no matter when you actually pull this card. Okay. During the waxing moon cycle, hope springs eternal. This card is very positive omen, indicating that you can create the reality you're dreaming of. Though it will take some work and you're not quite there yet, this is the time of energies rising up. Emotions are building too. Where do you want to go and do you believe you can get there? Either you can just keep meditating and focusing on your desired outcome, or you can make the courageous commitment to take more practical steps towards your goals. Whichever you decide, you are most certainly on the right track. That makes sense about this alignment. You are certainly on the right track. Um, some of you guys, like I said, you guys are still stuck on failure. And so the momentum isn't there. While for others, like you're connecting with your guides, you're shining your light, you're being obedient. Remember, I was saying that earlier, and you're attracting this. And it also says, I know I'm headed in the right direction. Wow, I know I'm headed in the right direction. That goes in alignment with this. Yeah, the alignment card 777 says the situation is full of potential. Your dream can come true. More effort is yet required. Are you willing to give it? Review your goals and ensure you're still committed and keep moving forward. This is why this failure card is such a setback for you. Literally, they're saying keep moving forward. Stop dwelling on this for too long. Be compassionate. You're on the right track. You're in alignment. Okay, I don't know how many times I can stress this. This is really, really good. You even have ancestors here that are supporting you. These ancestors are probably compassionate towards you, and they want you to be more compassionate towards yourself as well. Some of these ancestors are going to tell you, look, this is not the time to sit here and dwell. This is the time to pick up your feet, put a pep on your step, and keep pushing forward, whatever this goal is that you have going on here. Okay, let me pull some more cards and see what other messages are for you. What other messages are for the divine feminine spirit? Speak to me clearly. What is it that they need to hear at this time? What messages does the divine feminine need to hear at this time? Divine feminine. All of a sudden it started getting hot. I wonder what's going on with you guys. Unknowable. Rabbit bush is a great place for small animal to hide. There is a safety in the unknowable space. You do not need all the answers. Let some of the mysteries of the universe remain hidden. We aren't meant to know it all. So that's what, okay, so someone is working through control issues here. Patience. So this is a confirmation for you guys. You're not supposed to know everything. You're not supposed to know every single step of the way. Yeah, this 777 alignment is kind of like different from the 1, 2, 3, 4 angel number that I resonate with. Usually the 1, 2, 3, 4 angel number for me is like sequence, order. But this alignment is saying just stay the course. Okay, there's no need to know what the steps are ahead and at this exact moment. Stay the course. I feel like also too, like your spirit guides could be trying to see if you actually trust them. You trust their direction. Do you believe them? Some of you guys may want a snippet of what your future looks like, because I do see you attracting this employment change or some sort of level up in a material way. But they want to see if you're going to take this reading seriously, or if you want to work through your like self-negative talk. Are you going to be more compassionate towards others or yourself, or both, like when it's needed? Are you going to put yourself out there? Because if you don't have these answers now, what makes you think that they're going to give you the future steps for later? Like this stuff you can't skip. Like, for instance, connect with your ancestors. If you don't connect with your ancestors, cool. They're going to still continue sending you messages. And if you don't resonate with them, maybe a season later, the same messages will be there. That's why it's like you can't skip the step. Doesn't mean like everything stops, but the message is still going to be there and they're still going to communicate with you. Right now, it looks like you're very receptive to what your ancestors are telling you if you guys have been tapping in with them because you're currently in alignment. But there could be some of you guys that are dealing with patience and control issues, and you're not supposed to know everything right now. Like, that's a legit thing. Like, especially if it has to do with whatever this is that you're trying to draw in and attract, especially if it has to do with employment change. There's just things that you got to do before you can get those other, like, that information. This could be someone that's like, Spirit, I want to manifest money. I want to manifest this is the specific amount of money, or I want to get this job, or I want to travel to here. When is this going to happen? What do I need to do? And Spirit could be saying this right here. Okay, well, is there anything else? No, no, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I got 30 days, I got 20 days, I got 7 days. Like, I need to know the time. No, you don't. You actually don't. What you mean I don't? It's not going to matter until you take care of this first. Because what they're trying to explain to you is like what you think is a priority now is actually not. And maybe this is, or something else like they've been trying to communicate with you, with us connect with your ancestors. That's a priority. Or like what you're concerned about could very much be a valid priority. But what they're saying is this is far more important, because if you don't tackle this and we give you the very thing that you're pressed and stressed about, you're not going to be able to maintain it. You're gonna be able to obtain it. Yeah, you're gonna be able to obtain it, but you're not gonna be able to maintain it. And that's like a big difference. And it's like, why waste energy? Why waste your hope if, that would be spirit setting you up for failure? And they don't want to do that. Okay, so some things you just really don't need to know at this time. Some of you guys are seeking answers from different sources, and it's like you could do that. But I feel like you're gonna get the same answer from different people, you know, and it's gonna get frustrating, and it's like you're not supposed to know. Okay, let me keep pulling some more messages for you and see what else comes out for my divine feminines. What is it that I need to hear at this time, Spirit? Speak to me clearly. What is it that the divine feminine needs to hear at this time? Seeing the color red. So some of you guys could be working with your root chakra. Red could be significant to you guys. Could mean passion, possibly money too. We have reach out. We know you're reaching out right now for help due to a current situation. Support is as much about the physical act of accepting help where offered as it is about the emotional benefits, and learning that it's truly okay to accept support however it's presented to you. This is your ancestors. And some of you guys could resonate with the Orisha Oshun because of these peacocks, or maybe peacocks are significant to you in your culture and your religion or belief system. But yeah, these are your ancestors telling you to reach out to them. That's what this is. And they know you need help. They know you're frustrated. They know that you need comfort. And they know that you don't want to deal with it sometimes, whatever these feelings that are coming up. And that's why they're saying, reach out to us. We know you need help. Support doesn't have to be in the set, fixed way that you think it is. And that's what they're going to be teaching you too. Just like someone who is very results driven, like when, where, how, what, like I need to know these things right now. And it's like, okay, but what about this stuff here? I'll get to that. I want to know now. And Spirit's like, well, no, it doesn't work that way with us. Reach out to us. There's someone here that is very stubborn. They're stuck on the things that did not work out. And you have ancestors, guides, and even like people that your ancestors could be sending in the spiritual realm to show you compassion so that you can show it yourself this compassion. There could be someone that's demonstrating right in front of your face what compassion looks like and feels like when you're compassionate towards yourself or others. And maybe because you're so focused on what didn't work for you, you're not seeing it. And that is a message in itself that, an ancestor could be trying to tell you. And you're just like, I'm getting this energy of frustration now. Because it's like, we get it. We keep hearing the divine feminine there. I keep asking us when. And it's like, could you please do the homework that we've been trying to tell you to do? Reach out to us. We already, reach out to us and listen to us. Okay, we're here to show you compassion. Stop being hard on yourself. There's this energy of a spirit guide or an ancestor or angel, however, they're showing you compassion and you're just not receptive to it. And then when it comes to you being compassionate towards yourself, you don't even do that. So that you got to tackle that. So that's why I was saying earlier, some of you guys, you got to work on your sacral chakra because that's where all the feelings are. Um, and that's the area that you need to work on in order to step into that energy of feeling like what you want to manifest. So, one of the things that we can do to attract what we want to manifest is to imagine us feeling as if we have manifested that. And some of us are so numb, and we don't show ourselves enough compassion. Our sacral chakra is blocked that we can't even tap into the possible feeling of manifesting what we want. We can vision it, we can write it down, we can draw it, we can, talk about it, but the feeling is not there and it needs to be there. Okay? Those that get it will get it. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull some more cards. Let's see where the messages are for you, my divine feminines. What is it that you need to hear at this time? Some of you guys could be frustrated because success is not happening the way you want to, or it's not happening as fast as you want. And success is defined by whoever, but if spirit can come down here themselves, they'd be like, we need to spend more time together. We need to talk. We need one-on-one time. We need to maybe meditate. Like I said here with the connect with your ancestors, meditate, past life regression, like something. You need to check in with us. Some of you guys want to get back to your spirit guides once a week, once every 2 weeks. You guys want to keep talking about the same topic with them, and they're like, there's so many other things that we need to tackle. I'm hearing there's bigger fish to fry. Okay. All right, let's see. Spaceship, don't be afraid to sing. Number 43, okay, could be significant that adds to number 7. Spaceship, don't be afraid to sing. Look at these 3 mermaids here. This is giving me Neptune energy. I was talking about the employment change, how some of you guys or this alignment card here about gifts, like some of you guys could have gifts that are being recognized and acknowledged in the spiritual and physical realm. Let me read what it says in the book for number 43. It says, you've been made to believe that your voice, that your unique point of view in this world isn't worth very much. Let me tell you, that couldn't be further from the truth. Your words are worth all the stars in the night sky, so don't forget to sing whenever you have the chance. Your voice is powerful enough to sink a dozen spaceships. Okay, so shout out to my singers. Okay. Wow, they're telling me singing is healing. Even if you don't sing, like even if you can't, you think you can't sing, or you can't sing, Spirit is still saying sing. You've been made to believe that your voice, that your unique point of view in this world isn't worth very much. Let me tell you, that couldn't be further from the truth. Okay, so I'm now getting throat chakra energy as well. Root, sacral, and throat. Interesting. Let me pull from this inner child deck. Yeah, let's pull some inner child cards to see what messages come through for you guys. What messages are for the divine feminine? What is it that they need to hear at this time? I'm stuck on the energy is gaining momentum. Reach out to your ancestors. Shine your light. What other messages are for the divine feminine spirit? Speak to me clearly. What is it that you need to hear at this time? Divine feminine. Be still. Okay, so this card is representing the energy of again, releasing control. Not having your hands so much in something, listening to what your spirit guides are saying to you, listening to what your ancestors are telling you. reaching out to them and being still to see and hear what they're going to tell you back. Some of you guys are going to be working with this moon, and some of you are going to go into hermit mode while you're doing all of this. You're like, okay, I hear you, Mocha. I'm going to connect with my ancestors. I'm going to connect with my spiritual team. I'm going to connect with my spirit team. I'm going to connect with, my loved ones that pass, and I'm going to listen. And I guarantee you, when you do this, the momentum is seriously going to pick up. They are trying to co-create with you, Divine Feminine. So they just want you to be present. They want you to show up. They want you to listen. Being still, if you be still and you listen and you meditate or you just listen, you'll understand why some things you're not meant to know right now. Thank you, Spirit. Look, it says here, it's okay to be misunderstood. We all experience life through our personal lens of fears, desires, and pains, which can lead to miscommunication and misunderstandings. If you are currently in this situation, remember that being misunderstood is not a reflection of your worth, but a result of being human. You are complete regardless of how others perceive you. You are complete regardless of how others perceive you. This is something that they want you to have compassion for. Like, it's okay to be misunderstood. It's okay to be misunderstood. They want you to be compassionate towards yourself, compassionate towards others, and possibly even people that you misunderstood, that you committed to misunderstanding. You know what's so interesting about this? It's okay to be understood and compassion card that's coming out of Spirit Woman to put these two together is that it might take somebody not being compassionate towards you for you to learn that it's so important to be compassionate towards yourself. Because some of you guys have a void that no one was there, no one protected me, no one stood up for me, no one had my back, no one understands me, no one accepts me. And there's a void because of that. But the void could be filled by you. Before we get validation and reassurance from anybody else, this is what your ancestors are saying. You want this employment change. You want whatever it is that you're attracting. You have to do this kind of work. Okay? It's okay to be misunderstood, guys. Especially if you were misunderstood as a child. Let's see. I'm hearing trouble, child. What other messages are for the collective, the divine feminine spirit? Speak to me clearly. What is it that I need to hear at this time? The divine feminine. They told me to pull out 3 cards. Ooh, we have heavenly signs. Thank you, Spirit, for being so loud. And that's what I was saying. Our loved ones, our past one that has transitioned, our ancestors, they're talking to you loud today, divine feminine. I don't know if you guys actually have ancestors that you're aware of, like they were here in the physical realm while you were alive, or these are ancestors that you don't even know. You don't even have a name. I don't know if these are deities or what, but these signs from the past, or these signs from but these messages that are coming through from the spiritual realm, like you're in alignment, stay the course. The energy is going to work, is going to pick up momentum. Connect with your ancestors, connect with us, sing, reach out to us. You're not supposed to know everything. These are messages, honestly, that feels like it is from ancestors. It does feel like it's not just spirit guides and angels. It feels like people that are trying to look out for you. Let me pull out some more from this deck for my divine feminines. What is it I need to hear at this time? For my divine feminines, speak to me clearly. Healing from the past. Good for you guys. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, some of you guys are actually going to do that past life regression. Okay, you're going to work with your South Node energy. You're going to figure this out and you're going to heal from this shit. Okay, for others, this doesn't even have to do about past life. Well, no, because the stuff that you're going through right now, it already happened in the past. Just different dimension, like different era. Healing from the past. So Heavenly signs. And look at this, man. It can't tell me that this is not an ancestor that doesn't want you to repeat the same thing that's happened already. Okay? Heavenly signs, ancestors, and healing from the past. They just don't want this shit to repeat itself again. And they're willing to help you. This is why I'm telling you, they're saying that to reach out. And if you don't know, like it says right here, unknowable. If you don't know what ancestor, who, like if you're like, what the F, I don't know who is trying to contact me, meditate, guys. Be still and listen. Be still and listen, and they will come to you. Okay, they can send you messages in this era too. They know how to work with technology. Trust me, they will send messages through your social media feed, your emails, phone calls. There's no limit. All right, so let's go through these cards real quick. Let's see what other messages are for you. This is gonna be the last day. Hold on, do I have time? Let me see. No, this is gonna be the last day. We're gonna pull out. Oh no, I was supposed to pull out 3. All right. Let me pull out one more card from this deck for my divine feminines. What other messages do they need to hear at this time, Spirit? Memories. Okay, guys, so it might be a little hard to do this, the whole healing from the past, but I feel like you can replace bad memories with good ones. Okay, like I feel like some of you guys might want to write off a situation, a location, a person, a thing because there's bad memories. But Spirit's saying it doesn't have to be like that. You can, sever those bad and keep them good. You don't have to get rid of the entire thing. And I feel like some of you guys are so used to doing that and it's worked for you that you're realizing that situations are circling back around because of a temporary fix. Okay, let me pull out one more card for the divine feminines. What messages do they need to hear at this time, Spirit? Speak to me clearly for my divine feminines. What messages do they need to hear at this time? Look at this. Spirituality. Spirituality is a constant search to advance our souls for God, even through adversity. If we continually delve into subject, we will realize a common universal truth. God is good and loves us immensely. Okay, so I'm definitely connecting with a collective of feminines that are into spirituality, that are ready to connect with their ancestors, that already have, that are open to the and receptive to this message because this is their world. This is what we do. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it with that, divine feminine. And if you guys aren't into spirituality, this could be a invite to look into that. It says again, spirituality is a constant search to advance our souls for God, even through adversity. Okay, so even through adversity, you might find yourself still called and drawn to things of spirituality. Okay, through adversity. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave it at that. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the channel, and we'll see each other next time. Bye.